Good morning to our lecturer, Ms. Chai. Today, we as Group 3-1 would like to present our group business plan project. Our group members include me, Eddie Liu Yi, Li Jinghan, Marcus Ro Yi Hung, Fu Zizhen, and Ahmad Faiz bin Mohi. My name is Andy Liu. Now I would like to present the outline for our project. In this presentation, I will taking part in introduction as well as mission and objective of our business. Fu Zizhen will discuss about marketing analysis and strategy. Then Ahmad Faiz will share about operation management strategy as well as LCA analysis and sustainability used for operating our business. Then Li Jinghan will cover the detail of financial analysis. And lastly, Marcus will talk about finance strategy and make recommendation to enhance our business services. He also will do conclusion at the end of the session. Now I would like to do introduction about our business. First of all, the business that our group plan to operate is restaurant comfort food business. After discussion among team, we decide to name our business as Home. It's a restaurant which produce and serving Malaysian comfort food. The name is associated as prescribed because Malaysians tend to love delightful local cuisine which bring nostalgic feeling same as home cooking food. For mission, we wish to create home cooking taste for our customer and serve them with satisfactory services in order to provide quality service and comfortable environment to enjoy their food. For our objective, we are focusing on providing nostalgic and sentimental value to the customer while experiencing a fine dining restaurant. We also very emphasize on finance conditions so that we are able to break even in short time. Now, I would like to pass the presentation to Fu Zizhen to continue his part.
Hello, my name is Fu Zizhen and I'll be talking about the marketing analysis. So for that, we look at the market structure. It is monopolistic, which means that in this industry, many firms offer similar products but not quite the same. Now we look at the market share for this industry. The food and beverage services recorded gross output value of 82.8 billion RM in 2017, according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia. So for the market size, it's noted by the team that 64% of Malaysians dine outside at least once per day, and 12.5% of Malaysians have at least one meal taken from outside, so they're having takeaway or delivery services. So we total this up and we relate it to the Kuching's population. We found that around 500,000 people don't cook at home, they eat outside or they have takeaway. So these people are who are we targeting. So if you take a look here, it shows the map of restaurants around the area that we plan to have our restaurant. So it's Milan Square. And you can see that there are other restaurants around this area, but the team expects to get 3% of the market share in this area. So this is the SWOT analysis. The strength of the business lies in that comfort food is actually not sold in that area. So we will be the first one and will be unique. The product is unique. The weaknesses is that we have high capital, but we can always apply for a loan from a bank. The opportunities is that we can expand on the target market. Right now, we have a target market, but we can add more menus to expand on that. The threat is that, as you saw just now, there are other restaurants around the area, very densely populated. So we need to stand out more by having better service and better product. Moving on, I'll be talking about the marketing strategies, which is the marketing mix, the 4 Ps. So for the first P, product, you might ask, what are we actually selling? We are selling Malaysian comfort food. What is comfort food? Comfort food is the type of food that brings nostalgia and reduces stress, but they're high in cholesterol. And they are different from what is being sold in that area, which is Milan Square. They're selling different type of food, so we are the first to do this. And what we are focusing on is laksa and nasi lemak, which is our signature dishes. So the second P, place. How do our customers contact us? How do we provide the product to them, the consumers? So there are 2 ways, which is one, the physical store. We will set up shop somewhere in Milan Square and we will be selling the food directly to the consumers. So they're coming in, they're dining in. And another way is delivery services. So courier services will come and pick up the food ordered by the consumers from their home. So the people will come and take the food and bring it to the consumers after they pay online. So the third P, promotion. How are we gonna promote our product? So the first way is through food coupons. The food coupons, we offer them to customers who spend more than a certain amount in one single receipt. So they are spending a lot of money, and we offer them these discounts for the next visit, and they'll come again, they'll eat again, and then they'll spend more again. And another way is through membership. We offer membership to regular customers, and what they do is they pay a certain amount for each month, and they receive discounts. So what happens is that they will want to come more, so that they'll feel that the money they spent on that membership is worth. So the fourth P, price. You might be wondering, how are we going to price our products? So if you look here, it actually costs 4.8 ringgit to make one meal, and we decide to sell it for 12 ringgit per meal. Now I'll be passing my time to Faiz.
My name is Ahmad Faiz bin Berhi, and for today's final presentation, I will be deliver on the content of the operation management, FCA analysis, and sustainability for the business plan project. It is important for the business to be able to identify the design requirements and the customer importance for the business plan project. For the design requirements, it is critical to be identify what are the services and products requirement that can satisfy the customer needs, and for that particular reasons, ratings are being given for each of the design requirements that has been listed here. For the customer importance, it is much more emphasized on what are the customer needs to satisfy the experience while dining in the restaurants. Competitive advantages for home includes variety of products. Not only we are committed to produce high quality of the specialist products such as nasi lemak and nasi Sarawak, we are also trying to produce variety of products such as side dishes, beverages, and etc. A good layout plan of the restaurant have been proposed, and we are committed to deliver an enjoyable experience while dining in our restaurants. Strategic locations for the placement of the business have been allocated accordingly, and excellent services also have been proposed, whereby point of sales services is implemented for the product services. In addition, potential competitors for home includes Mam Laksa, King Laksa, and Signature Mediatam, since these businesses also provide similar kind of products that delivered by them. The house of quality represents the correlations between the design requirements and the customer importance. From the diagram, the correlations can be noted from weak, medium to strong, which can be seen as in the Legends correlations in the diagram of the house of quality. The ratings for the design requirements and also the customer importance have been noted from 1, which is the lowest, and 5, which is the highest level of the ratings. In conclusions, the correlations between the design requirements and the customer importance have been obtained as can be seen in the figure of the house of the quality proposed. In order to increase the efficiency of the delivery service for the business plan, production process strategy have been proposed by the team members. To summarize the production process strategy, initially, the customer are seated and order is taken by the waiter or the waitress respectively. Then, the order will be passed to the kitchen via the POS systems or the point of sale system services. The information will be obtained by the chef in the kitchens, and the chef will immediately ready up to cook the dishes that has been ordered. The ingredients are prepared beforehand. Lastly, the meal will be served with tableware for the enjoyment of meal for the customer, or the meals will be packaged if the customer want to take out their meals. Process-focused businesses is being emphasized for a home, where for this plan of the business, a small quantity yet large variety of foods and beverages are being produced in the restaurants. To improve the strategies on improving the services, training is provided by the management of the business, where the training is to provide and guide the employees on how to use and maintain the equipment and how to use and maximize the production level and tasks given to the employees respectively. To increase or maximize the service productivity, point of sales or POS system have been implemented in the restaurant business in order to have a better experience of services. The factors affecting the location decision match are accessibility of the locations, cost of the rentals, space capacity, and also the potential customers attraction. The total area of the layout of the restaurant is 130 meters square. For the rental cost, the rental cost is expected to be around 2,000 ringgit per month, which is in this case it is very affordable since the location is placed near in the city of Kuching. As can be seen from the layout proposed, 75% of the design layout area is accommodated for the dining and the bartender area, while other of remaining of 25% is included for kitchen and storage area. Now, let us look on the supply chain management. For food suppliers, there are two main food suppliers for the ingredients that need to be obtained or purchased, which are Foodman Sdn Berhad and Supreme Consolidated Resources Berhad. For Everett Macroplex, it is only for the case when the ingredients are out of shortage. For beverage suppliers, Chun Hua Kuching will supply the various canned and also bottles of soft drinks, while Empty Food Ingredients Sdn Berhad will provide the different type of coffee powder for the bartender area. Looking at the hygiene and the sanitary suppliers, Initial Hygiene will provide disinfectants, sanitizers, and also seed diffusers. It is relatively important to keep the restaurant very clean, especially during this pandemic COVID-19, to avoid any unwanted accident happens to the business restaurant. While Flexo Kuching will provide equipment for the cleaning processes such as broom, mopping stick, and so on. For the other suppliers, it includes the food packagings, which will be supplied by Tapao Trading Kuching, and also other miscellaneous kitchen equipment such as fork, spoon, and including cooking equipment for the restaurant. There are three important areas for the quality control for home that can be implemented, which are quality control for the restaurant, kitchen, and the HVAC system. Looking at the quality control of the restaurants, we can provide excellence, superiority, safety, and value for the customers. In addition, the quality control can be achieved in the restaurant as to provide cleanliness, food and services, which is dependent on the productivity level of the employees. The quality control for the kitchens can be done by monitoring the freshness of the ingredients supplied regularly. The cleanliness of the kitchens and the cooking appliances also need to be monitored day by day and night by night time. The HVAC system is very important since this system affects the overall energy efficiency. Therefore, a good design layout of the HVAC system need to be proposed for the business of the restaurant. Ventilation according to regulation standards to be installed need to be implemented as well to control the atmosphere of the restaurant. The pie chart shows the summarized relative impact of categories to the total environmental impacts that can be extracted from the data table above. From the pie chart, it can be seen that the procurement leads to the most total amount of environmental impact for restaurants, followed by operational support, and then food preservations, and lastly is the food storage. Possible applications in order to improve the efficiency energy usage in the restaurant is to apply electrical appliances which is rated for Energy Star rated. The Energy Star rated is the national energy rated for energy efficiency, which in this case it can produce 40% less of energy production. Therefore, if we are using the Energy Star rated appliances, this will prolong a great sustainability in energy usage for the restaurants. In addition, the 3 Rs, which is followed by reduce, reuse, recycle, can be practiced by the employers as well as the suppliers accordingly to improve the sustainability of the restaurant.
Hello, my name is Lee Jing Han, and I will be talking about the financial analysis. And so here is some assumption and important information about our proposed business. First of all, we assume the price of the ingredient remain the same within these 3 years operating time, which means our cost of goods sold, or you can say the cost of ingredients, are the same value for 2021, 22, and 23. And we divided our menu into 3 main categories because all the food in each category have similar cost of ingredient and selling price. For example, all the main dish cost around 4.85 ringgits of ingredient, and we sell them for 12 ringgits, which has a markup price of 140%. Besides that, the side dish costs around 1.11 ringgits, and the selling price is 3.5. As for the beverage, we further divide it into canned drink, powder beverage, such as coffee, tea, and Milo, and finally, juice. And all of these beverages have at least 150% markup price. Finally, the price of the food and beverage remain the same for all 3 years, which means we don't have any increase in selling price. And home is a sole proprietorship business, so and there will be a 300,000 start money from the owner plus 500,000 of the bank loan, resulting in a total of 800,000 start money. Next, in the third year of business, there will be a pay raise for the employees, which is 100 ringgits for the normal workers and 200 ringgits for the chefs. And here is the market size calculation. Because there is a population of 300,000 people living in Kuching City, and according to a research, approximately 64% of the people eat outside at least 1 meal per day. So the estimate market size would be 64% times 300,000. So there will be roughly 455,000 people. And we assume the target market share of home is 3%. So there will be an estimate of approximate 32,000 customers every month. So to complete the income statement and balance sheet, all the expenses need to be listed out and calculated, including the establishment costs. This is the partnership trade, name registration, company name registration, the asset we purchase for the business such as the furniture, the kitchen and bar equipment. And also there will be the renovation cost for the shop and the signboard license. And next is the financial and administration expenses. This is the cost of music license, halal certification, business insurance and trademark. And there will also be the marketing expenses. This is the cost for advertising the business and include the logo, visual branding, marketing consultancy and analytic service from the professional. And we have a website for the business, so there will be the cost of website, the domains and hosting fees. And finally, each year we will have 500 copies of brochures produced to advertise our home business. And next, for the personal expenses, this is the cost for hiring workers. And inside the personal expenses, they are the employee salary for 20 workers, 10 for the day shift and 10 for the night shift. Besides that, the EPF, SOSCO, EIS, employee medical treatment, and the costs for the uniform are also included. And next is the production expenses. This is mainly the repair fees and maintenance for all the non-current assets for the business. And we also included the running expenses, which is also called the operating expenses. So in these expenses, we include the water bill, electrical bill, Wi-Fi router service, and the rental fee. And there will also be an other expenses. This is mainly for all the consumable items used by the restaurant. So it include all the cleaning item, cleaning equipment, disinfectant, hand sanitizer, face mask for the COVID-19 pandemic, and also the disposable plastic food lunch box, plastic forks, and spoon for the takeaway and delivery service. And of course, there is also the cost of ingredient, which will be stated as the cost of goods sold in the income statement. So as mentioned before, the business will have a total 800,000 ringgit of startup cost. This is because we have calculated the estimated startup cost, and it is calculated by adding up all the one-time expenses or yearly expenses, including the establishment cost, financial and administration expense, marketing, production, and other expenses. And we assume that the business can operate safely for the first 3 months. So 3 months of personal expenses, operating expenses, and cost of ingredient are included. So we obtain a total of 341,622 ringgit for the estimated startup cost. As we already have 300,000 startup money, so an additional 500,000 ringgit bank loan is obtained. And the bank loan is 5% interest annually and will be paid back in 5 years duration. So this is the income statement of the 3 operating years for our business. The net profit for the first year is very low because the profit are used to cover the establishment cost, which mostly is the cost for asset purchase when starting up the business. And for year 2 and 3, there is no extra asset purchase. So in the year 3, has slightly lower net profit compared to year 2, mainly because in year 3, we have a pay raise for the employees. And this is the balance sheet as at 31st December of 2021, 22, and 23. As shown in the table, the total cash in bank will be increasing year by year because our business is earning money. And again, the third year is slightly lower than the second year because of the pay raise for the employee. And the main reason will be from second year onwards, the business will return 100,000 ringgit of the bank loan every year. And this is the financial ratio for our business. Based on the table, the ROA and ROCE have shown promising and increasing trend. This shows that the business will be able to generate profit enough to cover the total asset and bank loan. And based on the net profit margin, the business is highly variable as it has considerably high net profit margin, which is 20.77% in year 2 and slightly lower in year 3, which is 18.4%. And this is caused by the pay raise in year 3. As for the gross profit margin of the business, it shows that it has higher than 50%, which is 61.79% for all 3 years. This shows that the cash generated from sales can be used to pay expenses, and the high profit margin allow the business to undergo expansion of new food menu to attract more customers. As for the asset test ratio, if the value is more than 1, this shows that the business will be able to have enough cash to cover the current liabilities.
Hi, my name is Marcus. Thank you, Lee, for the presentation, and I would like to continue the presentation. I'm going to present about the business's financial strategies, recommendations for the business, and conclude the presentation. In this business plan, we will track our monthly expenses so that we have a realistic view of our business's monthly expenditure. Also, we will always be prepared for non-expenses. This allows us to allocate budget according to priorities. Besides that, we keep our eyes on labor costs by avoiding overstaffing and understaffing, as overstaffing creates unnecessary burden on the business and understaffing creates an overly stressed team. This affects the business and the budget. Besides that, we provide medical claim of up to 500 ringgit, EPF, SOCSO, and EIS to every staff. Furthermore, the reports of the businesses are managed and reviewed carefully, daily, as this allows us to be more flexible and make planning, predictions, and decisions to react quickly to changes happening around the business. Now, I'm going to continue the presentation by talking about the recommendations made for the business. Here are the list of recommendations. By expanding the restaurant and having more tables and seats available after the third year, this allows the business to serve more customers, which brings more profit to the business. The business should also focus on customer retention strategies, as it costs more to attract new customers than to retain the old customers. Besides that, the business should maximize food turnover rate, such as by having mobile POS system, so that orders are delivered instantly to the kitchen. Furthermore, by having quick and efficient service, helps delight the customers and turn tables quickly. The business should also come up with combo meals so that we can club high profit yet low selling items with low profit and top selling dishes. In conclusion, Home is a comfort food restaurant which sells Malaysian comfort food. The team has applied market analysis, operation management strategies, and financial analysis on the business plan. The results from the financial analysis shows very promising results. Thus, there may be a huge potential growth for the restaurant comfort food business in the market, as the business is very viable based on the financial analysis. Thank you.